cool little protest.
Uh-oh, Nobel Prize-winning economist here to tell us how great the economy is. I certainly wonder how the residents of Asheville, North Carolina must be feeling right now with no access to power or water or communication with the outside world. I wonder how enthusiastic they are about the economy right now. I wonder how enthusiastic the residents of the South Bronx must be feeling about the economy. Hey, maybe North Carolina should rename itself Israel so it'll get $20 billion in aid. Or maybe Ukraine so it can get $300 billion in aid. Maybe the South Bronx should do the same thing. I mean, I'm sure the economy is great for smug liberals like yourself who make $5 million and are worth $5 million. I'm sure the economy must be great for all you smug journalists, economists. All of you must be having a great time with the economy when most people can't even pay for basic necessities, for people who are getting evicted because they can't pay their rent. Because over in the South Bronx, just a few miles away from here, there are portions of buildings that are literally collapsing. And I'm supposed to give a shit about the stock market? You want to know why the presidential election is tied right now? Because our money is being sent to Israel and Ukraine so that they can continue to bomb innocent women and children. You think that's a great economy? I'm sure Israel, with their free healthcare, is having a great time with American taxpayer money. Hey, is anyone here going to talk about the fact that we could be in war with Iran in a few days? Or do we need to focus on the S&P 500? Is that what actually matters? Huh? The S&P 500? When most people may not even be alive here in a few days just because we're on the verge of nuclear war? Hey, listen to me, Mr. Krugman. Your degree is worthless. You might as well use it as paperweight because it means nothing. I hope you enjoy the dead children that the economy is powering. Our economy is definitely very powerful right now. All that stock market money goes to the military complex so that more innocent women and children are dead. And fuck off with the New York Times, the liberal apologists for war and genocide. You all fucking suck. People need to wake up right now, and we need to have peace. We can work with China. We can work with Russia. We don't need to start war with Iran. All right, I'm moving. I'm good. We're good.
I'm good, he says at the end. All right, man, I'm good. I'm good. Hold on, I'm cool. I'm chill. I'm chill, bro. Bro, I'm chill. I want to do Ilhan Omar had a nice little speech I want to, and then we'll end it off with Roseanne. This would be a nice little.
That 535 members of Congress could come together in one breath, fully condemn the horrors of what Israelis experienced. And that there is now only maybe few handful of them who could get to the point of saying, we condemn the slaughter of Palestinian children, of mothers, of fathers, of grandmothers, of grandfathers. Where is your humanity? How do you look at one atrocity and say this is wrong? But you watch as bodies pile up, as neighborhoods are leveled. Israel has dropped more bombs in the last 10 days than we dropped in a whole year in Afghanistan. Where is your humanity? Where is your outrage? Where is your care?
Where is your
for people?
Where's your care at?
How is it that we have a president who is talking about releasing hostages, who is talking about getting American citizens out of Israel, but could not get himself to say, I want to save and work to save the hundreds, thousands of Americans is stuck in Gaza? What is wrong with you? How is this possible? Wait, so is certain Americans' life important than another? Is the American that is living in Gaza less important than the one living in Israel? How is it that you're telling American citizens to go to the south of Gaza, but you can't tell Netanyahu not to bomb the south because there are Americans there? How is it that you are not condemning that Israel has bombed the crossing where humanitarian aid is supposed to get through Egypt, where we are asking our citizens to have safe passage? How? How is it that you continue to give lip service and hope for a negotiated humanitarian access when it's not happening? What is going on? How are we living this way? I want to say how insane and painful and scary it is to work and serve in a space where we have a member in our caucus say all Muslims are responsible for this, and not a single condemnation comes from our caucus leadership or any member of Congress.
Eat babies. That is not bullshit.
Is this Roseanne?
Yeah, it's Roseanne.
Oh my God. So Democrats eat babies.
Yep. I do, don't you?
I do.
It feels like a lot of risk and probably not a lot of reward.
What's the risk?
Like, for instance, I think I would eat a sea turtle, even though they're endangered, because apparently it's like the most tasty thing in the entire world.
Not as tasty as a baby.
But like, you're not gonna like go to jail forever.
Can the baby like fight back?
But I don't think I would eat a baby.
I would feel bad morally about that.
What if the baby's
Unless it
already
was
dead?
like-
What if you like came across a dead baby?
Dude, there was a sea turtle that was so delicious that they extincted them.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. It was like the most delicious. Like, I'm jealous because the way that these sailors talk about it, it was like the best thing they've ever had in their entire life. Nothing has ever compared.
They probably just say that because they're like one extinct. It's like when you tell kids, like, "Oh my God, we had the best, whatever," but it actually sucks shit. But
And they're
kids
on
will
the
never
ocean.
experience it.
Yeah,
exactly.
and they're on the
Like,
ocean
who's gonna
for
fact
months
check you on that?
starving,
Like,
you know?
"Oh, you've never had these sea turtles." They probably don't even know what a sea turtle is.
Don't we still have sea turtles? Aren't they still alive?
Yeah, but
Must be a
they
different one.
Oh, I see.
they definitely made it up.
The tasty one's dead.
Let's do 5 more
You know
seconds
what?
of
I
this.
like my ADHD. I like stopping. I like starting. I think it weeds out the people that don't have it in them to switch like that.
It
onto
definitely
a subject.
it does weed people out. Yeah.
Definitely does weed people. All right, ready?
Let's do it.
It's true.
So it is true.
It's true.
I was gonna stop again.
It's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets.
It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full-on vampires. And everybody still thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full-on vampires. They
Dude,
love
what
to
the
taste human flesh and they drink human blood. They do. By the time we go in to vote for Trump, that he will open up everybody's eyes and they will stop pretending to be asleep. You know what they say, you can't wake people up that are pretending to be asleep, but I pray to God, please wake up even those who are pretending to be
Can you
asleep
pause real
with
quick?
irrefutable
Only if
truth.
you do this
Don't ever do that.
and say pause.
Don't do it. Okay, what do you want to say?
Nope, do that or I'm going to play it again
Okay.
as soon as you start talking.
Good job. The
I'm
first second
going to
was
dance to your fiddle.
Do it!
Dan. No, I won't. But I will say, what the fuck do we do? This is, I mean, Tucker Carlson. This is a famous...
How is it? How is it that we are serving in a body? Serving in a body where there are members who condemn us for asking for peace, for ceasefire. The most simplest thing. So many people across the world are calling for ceasefire. So many leaders are calling for ceasefire. Over 65% of our own population here in the United States is calling for ceasefire in the latest polling. What are we doing? I survived war when I was 8 years old. I want you to picture this because it gets lost in all of the conversations, even when they interview people who are living under bombardment in Gaza. They do not ask questions that address their humanity. They do not ask questions that address what is happening to their psyche as they are living through this bombardment. So I want to give you an image of what it feels like. Imagine sitting in your house, hearing the noise that announces that you might vanish at any given moment. Holding on to yourself, your family members, trying to get as close to the furthest wall as you can, because all you're hoping for is if that bomb drops in your house, that you can at least crawl out. I did that every night, every week, every month, repeatedly. 12 rockets fell on the house I lived in. I am 41 years old. To this day, my bed, the side I sleep on, is right next to the wall. Because that trauma has not left me. And I need you all to understand this hashtag of ceasefire, it is not just now. We have had hashtag for ceasefire for Gaza many times.
It was the most famous news anchor in the United States of America a few years ago. Yeah,
like one of the most famous people on the right in the entire world, and he's on stage with this lady, completely not pushing back on that. Like this is the standard.
He's not a
right.
journalist anymore.
Yeah, well,
he was a journalist.
Yeah, true.
There was a time he was.
Well, now he's
Well, there was a time he read the news.
Maybe.
With a right-leaning bent.
The worst people on this planet are
Look at
really
his stupid
up
fucking
to.
face.
They're really up to that. They're doing it.
They're really doing it.
There are so many victims.
All right, yeah, that's Jesus. Yeah.